we would say, how do you know what is love? How do you find this place within you that wells up, unending, non-exhausting love? What is it that is an access for you to find the place in you that looks at anything that you experience and only feels love? That is a very big and beautiful and profound and important question. And so we would pose it to you, because we do not have the end-all be-all answer. What we can say about that question is, it's a good one. What we can say about that is, very few of you in your heart and souls have felt a consistent level of truth in the love within yourself and for others. And so therefore, when you do not feel it first within yourself, authentically, truly, organically, absolutely, it is the purest, truest thing, and you feel it for you, you do not actually feel the kind of love you want to feel from another coming to you. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And so when your masters of any type throughout all of history of existence have said that the journey begins within and it is about the love of self, it is not to say that you become self-centered in the way of egoic narcissism, etc., etc. It is that you fall so deeply in love with the existence of who you are that all time and space transcends, and the only thing you can look upon in anyone else is love. And you then become the conduit of pure love, and then what happens is, no matter where another person is, they emanate a speck, a fraction, a bigger piece, a chunk of true love back to you. And that gets ignited within them. And that is the gift. You are the gift. You are love. But most people are living a life trying to get love from the outside, and you're programmed that way. Unfortunately, in many cultures on your planet at this time, you are living in a world that says, from the time you are small, things outside of you make you feel loved. But as a small baby is lying on a bed and cooing and looking into the existence of all things, and the parent is shoving a baby bear into its face, well, it gets distracted by the energy that is created by the baby bear, but all around it, it remembers love. And then the programming begins. Does that make sense?
Yes.
How can we stop this programming?
It is a kind of thing similar to the idea of, and we've used this for many years, and then it takes us on a whole other tangent, but it is very much like you have to escape the matrix. It is time to unplug. It is time to remember what really goes on within you, who you are and who another is. When you look into the eyes of another, that is when the universe explodes. That is when love explodes. It does not have a cultural difference. It does not need for you to buy something to look into the eyes of another and feel the expansion of what love is. And so you all individually would benefit from the expansion first within you. How do you shed the constructs of belief that says, this has to happen for me to feel safe, this has to happen for me to feel loved, this has to happen for me to do the right thing in the world, this has to happen for me to feel my purpose is being met, this has to happen for the beloved outside of me to do right by me. When you untangle all of that, you begin to get freer, and you begin to see what truth is within you. Then you get to tap from that truth the wellspring of undying love. And the wellspring of undying love is your eternal life, is the truth of all existence, is the reality called creation itself, is literally what you would call the Godhead, the oneness. All that exists is really just love. And every faction of all that exists has a component of the truth, which is love, no matter how its face is brought into the world. So we don't mean the face of only humans. No matter if that is a creation humans make, there is love within that, even if it seems like a destruction. There is all that seems with the face of love if you can pull back the layers. But the only layer that is most important, or let's just say it like this, the most important layer is you. First you. First the consciousness of the wellspring that is eternalness, that is you. It is not just the one called soul of the body. It is you, the one soul that reaches out into everything and is literally made aware that you are part of everything. So you are having these very interesting experiences on your planet where wars are happening and people are destroying each other, but really if those two people stopped and took the moment and they broke all those constructs of beliefs down and they broke wide open to the soul and to the heart of each other and they realized that there was nothing here worth that, it would change. And that is what most of you want to do on this planet. But all that is existing is coming into form because you have not been living that way for a very, very long time. And you all, as human beings, have been repeating on a loop. It is like what is the loop of reincarnation on some level. And certain loops just do not get cleared. You have come to be the clearers of that time. It is time to wake up to the love that you are. And when you can touch within you, and what we know right now, we are saying some powerful pieces that are landing bits inside of you all. But we also know one thing that is happening within all of you. You all don't really know how to get to that place of truth with yourself. Not really and fully. And we know that that is the mask you have within you on. It is you covering your own eyes. It is time for you, however you can, to pull that mask off and see the constructs that you have built and that you have bought into and that you've been programmed with, and allow them to deconstruct and allow them to fall away and ask yourself for more. What we mean by ask yourself for more is definitely not more stuff in the world. It is more of the truth to bubble up and burst inside of you and send the skyrocketing fireworks into your heart and into your mind and into the consciousness of the angelic ones and of the Godheads, of the whole source of love that you are already a cellular microcosm of. It's to remember that you are that. It is to remember that you are actually love. And everything that you came in that is saying you are not that is what you brought in this lifetime to transform, to transmute. Because at a collective whole, that exists in all of you. It is not just you who suffers with whatever it is. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Wow.
Indeed. We say so. Wow. We love it.